We never dreamt that Nigeria will attack Biafra. We never. So when we were attacked, we were not ready. If we had known we were going to be attacked, we wouldn't have bothered to go to that extent. Afambo, Major General Alex Madiebo, Omunwa command the army in the Biafra. Area Bido, July 1967. By September, MMU commander, that's Onwanabo, Kanulaya, Mbudi commander. Biafra in 1967, I'm probably the oldest living Biafran official. I mean official. I was about third in the hierarchy. Ojukwu, Effiong, then myself. I know that the aim of Biafra then was to find a way of protecting the Igbos. There was a lot of killing, and thousands, if not millions, of Igbos were in the east, some without hands or legs or head even. And those in the army knew that the only way to save what was left was to form a sort of force, not necessarily independence. You have to have an army for even looking after Biafra itself, not going to war. Anọ m n'iru ọgụ ebe egbe izizi gba na June or July of 67. Anọ m ewe na Gakem. Anọkwa m ewe gba almost the last na 1970 as commander. Ebukata ndị Igbo. Mụnwa a colonel that time, and abia no gwam as onye officer army dey on top na Kaduna, most senior. Abia onye ugwu bia gwam si na aga egbu ndị Igbo. Very prideful. Nage bundi bu, nage nama a survival. Nage na ndugu decide to go nage bundi Igbo niile. Maka na egbu sadwana. Egbu eme coup, first coup. So Mụnwa ba aeroplane jego Ironsi. Ka bụ mbido agha jego Ironsi si na nekwife ikwu na a ga-egbu ndị Igbo. Na egbuchesie ndị ugwu declare independence. Gbajie bridge Jeba, gbajie nke Makodi, declare that facts, figures. Ironsi ọkpọ that time onye isi police army ugwu Hausa, onye ndị niile onye ya na ya na-anọ n'ọfịs Brigadier Johnson ọgwụgwọ ọsịm fukwa efe nkwu. Ndị ugwu nọ ndị mụnwa accused agwa m na nzuzo I said I wouldn't be intimidated. Ekwughị ekwu mere ọnụ a gee ntị gbee ntị a ga-ekwurịrị. In the end, Ironsi didn't believe. A long story, he died. But immediately, also now my gave myself a transfer to Lagos. I'm in charge of artillery, commander, whole Nigerian Army artillery. Nje anọzi m n'ugwu Hausa, dịsa agha wee bido. Ndị meku because emere election na Abeokuta na West chitie ndị Yoruba, ndị Igbo jebe ọgụ. A na-eme campaign na Benue, Makurdi, chitie ndị chief ndị Igbo jebe ọgụ. Nwere nke ndị Igbo dị involved. Ndị Igbo wanted to everywhere, n'ọfa ga-protect Nigeria. Ọnya bụ na onye chọrọ ịchị Nigeria, make sure you can take care of the Igbos. They are the only people who will oppose it and make trouble. Right. Ojukwu thought a lot of me. You see, I was the only person that kept an appointment from beginning of the war to the end. Whether any other person, particularly in the army, whether onye ọbụla hold command in the army for more than 3 months without a change. But from the first shot in July, Nagakem, Ugoja, Ogamwale, the first artillery I was there. I need the 2024 senior officers that fell back to Biafra, Ndibo. All Ndibo now run Nigerian army before the war. Every aspect of it, infantry, artillery, engineers, communication, transport, they were all headed by Igbos. Those people wouldn't enter Biafra. From them, this 2024, Ojukwu picked me as the commander of the Biafran army. Yes, he put me there, so he must have his reason. And I was the only commander in Biafra that the civilians didn't rise up against me because they lose the civilians riot, riot, be repressed, be last more than a battle. But I was losing the war from. In fact, only the first 2 months, Njoku, the officer that started the war, Njoku was, if you can call him Biafran Army commander, he was the commander of the Nigerian army before Biafra declared independence. So he was really commanding the Nigerian army in Enugu. mana declare independence n'Obogu. The army lasted two months under him. Ndị Nigeria scattered, conquer Enugu September. 2 months. Then I say, Mobile take over the army. I came there. There was no army to command. N'Enugu. The army at war with no weapons, will break anybody. And Njoku, who was a very good officer, didn't last 2 months, scattered the army. Because Ije Inogu, Kandiocha, button. All you need is to make your plan. So in Biafra, we had nothing. Now, when I took over in September 1967, Mbienugu, from Nkalago, ebe no war front, Mbienugu, onye ọbụla na-agbagharị, onwere amị mfụ. Wee bido n'isi, Enugu na-agba ọsọ, wee bido n'isi, gather some, the soldiers were milling around, bido n'isi wee reform all the army. Aka bido ọgụ na south to Port Harcourt. So the small army there, ọmụnwa bido nọ n'isi wee reform all the army. And when photographs, reform all the army, and luckily, ndị Nigeria abanyere Enugu, relax. I remember the looting, but agba ndị befa. During that period, more reform all the army and send them back into Enugu to try and recapture Enugu. From that time, the reform army and the sort of leadership they wanted, when the army nọkata and saying, hey, no man knows, if I name with Boko Haram, nọkata and the army, with what they have, the equipment they have, even with one unit, more than double what the whole of Biafra had. Why capture, you see, you know, and the army trusted me. The Igbo general, I was in the war front every day of the year and every year of the war. In fact, none of war fronts can know nowhere. Wee bịa sị m na Ojukwu na-achọ m n'Owerri. My family was an issue. Onye na-elo about family. If I ga-eme Owerri na that the second time, abịa sị m na Ojukwu chọrọ m nluo Nnewi na-agwa Kedafia Efiong bịa izi m ozi si ọ bụrụ na ndị bizi ọ sị m bịa wee lue Ojukwu wee sị m I was surprised. Ọ nọ na Nnewi, and no, the first time na affair for almost a year. We were corresponding every day. Ọ sị m kwado na anyị na-apụ. Anyị ga-eje peace mission. afụgo m ibu jisi na bịa nwere ilegu eze m ọnụ kedu pisi ọtị ndị be m kedu ebe fanọ na fanọ n'isu ọtị in 2 hours time they should be at the airport mụ naba ka nye nọ ndị be m honestly, so that's the end. So Njebe told my family, children who were playing, my oldest child then, my daughter, was about 8. My youngest one was about 2, and I had 4. And I just a handbag each. More, the following meeting, those who were around, and because my headquarters I did go almost close to the front line, and I was planning how to relocate troops and my help. It didn't even occur to me that it could end so abruptly. And that was about 10th or 11th of January. So this was the 1970. But immediately the war ended. This is why I said I am not praising myself or praising anybody, but I believe that if I hadn't stepped in at the time I did in Enugu, the war wouldn't have lasted more than 3 months. I reformed the army from the scratch. And in the sum total, Bona, that war, onwero any officer, no, on the Biafran side, can virtually, it damaged one's nerves, one's, you just have to agree that everybody did their best.